Hey guys, welcome back to the 411 on Tech. If you watched our game room tour video, you will have seen that we have quite a few game consoles connected to this LG C9 OLED. Two of which are next-gen consoles and a gaming PC which require HDMI 2.1 connection to get full functionality. The LG OLED has 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, and if you're counting along, that's 3 ports taken up and the 4th we have using for our audio return channel for the soundbar. Are you seeing the dilemma here? So all our retro consoles that are connected via HDMI go into a switcher that we have connected to our soundbar. This isn't ideal as some consoles take a while to complete the HDMI handshake and display on the TV. Well, if you have a similar situation or a TV with only one HDMI 2.1 port, but more than one next-gen console, we might just have an affordable solution for you. So stick around, we're going to get into it right after this.
So to free up one HDMI port on the back of the TV, we'll be using the Cable Decon HDMI Ultra HD 8K 2.1 switcher. This HDMI 2.1 switcher comes in at $40. This switcher is coming in handy in our situation, and there are a few models of TVs and receivers that have only one HDMI 2.1 port. This switch supports all the HDMI 2.1 features like VRR, ALLM, and 4K resolution at 120 Hz. Also, the full 48 gigabits bandwidth and up to 8K at 60 Hz is supported, whenever 8K at 60 Hz refresh rate becomes a thing. So you are future-proofing with this switch. If you have both next-gen consoles or a PC with a 30 series graphics card, you are covered. Although we would recommend your gaming PC to be directly connected.
So the switch has 2 inputs and 1 output. We have the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 now connected as our 2 inputs, and then the output goes out to our TV, freeing up one of the HDMI ports in the back of the TV, thereby making way for the HDMI switch that all our retro consoles are connected to, now plugged directly into the TV. Now, one thing to note is the Cable Decon doesn't switch sources automatically, so you'll need to do that manually via the button on the switcher. Also, CEC is not supported, so you won't be able to control devices from the TV or have the devices control the TV. However, if you need to connect a non-HDMI 2.1 device to one of the inputs of the switcher, it is backwards compatible and it will work. It does need power, and there is an included USB power cable in the box, but no adapter. We just connected it to a USB port in the back of our LG C9 and it works just fine. So that's how we have everything connected.
Now let's go into system settings of each console and show you the video output settings. So that'll show you that we're getting those HDMI 2.1 features through the switcher. So we're going to go into the Xbox settings now. And we'll get that going. I'll go to settings, and then I'll go to TV output settings, and then 4K details, and you can see we have the 4K at 120 Hz, and we also have some checks for HDR as well. So all that's coming through, and we're connected through the switch. So now we'll show Ori and the Will of the Wisp running. That's a 4K 120 Hz game, and it also has HDR, so we'll show you that we're getting that all through the switcher here. So just stand by. And HDR popped up. Resume. This is the display settings of the game. We have 4K 120 Hz and HDR is on. And we'll go back and we'll resume. And you can just that smooth 120 Hz HDR. And you know, we got 2 consoles and it's only taking up 1 port on the back.
Which is very helpful.
Yes. So we're going to eventually clean up this this cable management, but we just got it hooked up just to get this video out for you guys. So that's Xbox going. And now we'll move on to PlayStation 5.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and switch that. So again, you have to hit the button manually. It doesn't auto switch.
I have to control it to you.
Alright, so
HDR popped up.
Yep, and we're already in here in the settings. So you see we have a game running. So right now it does show that we're at 3840 by 2160, so 4K at 120 Hz. And then down here as well, it shows that we go all the way up to 120 hertz.
Yeah, for HDR and non-HDR.
Yep. So that's all set there. And then we'll go ahead and get into a game here. So we got Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom, which is 4K, 120 hertz. Sorry, okay, here we go. Alright, and then we'll go down to options, go down to video, and as you can see, 120 hertz refresh rate, and it's set to yes. So Monster Boy in the Cursed Kingdom is running at 120 hertz.
And it's 4K. This just got a PS5 update, I think, back in August for this 4K 120 hertz.
Alright, so here we're playing at 4K 120 hertz with Monster Boy in the Cursed Kingdom. And as you can see, everything is running pretty smooth. And again, we have no issues, running everything through the switcher. So far, so good. So that's really great. And again, it frees up that port for us.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's going to do it for this video, guys. But, if you're in this situation, you have a TV that only has one HDMI 2.1, but you have two next-gen consoles or a gaming PC, you can use this as a solution and, get two things off of one port. Or if you have a receiver, I know in 2020, all of the high-end receivers, they did have the HDMI 2.1 chipset issue, and there were some fixes for that, but it's a whole nother story. But if you needed to, in that situation, get the two consoles off of the one port, this is how you would do it. It's $40, you're getting all the features, so it's a pretty good solution. And we'll have links for this down in the description of this video. But we'll see you guys in the next one. And do remember, we're giving, we have the 500 subscriber giveaway. So comment on that video, the previous video, to get that. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.